Everything in your mind has been destroyed from what I gathered. And from the path I see you on, you are doing well at picking up the pieces. I am here to be your ear as you bear your burdens, and the arms that protect you if you can shoulder them no more. I believe you when you tell me that your symptoms do not wholly align with the makings of the parasite. But until we remove it, I doubt we will be able to isolate the rest of your troubles.
Dark urges, you mean? Sleepwalking, hallucinating creatures, temptations.
The Oak Father must have blessed you to make it this far. Or another eye above.
At least today!
If I had my fleet of druids and a month of hard research, perhaps I could help. But I'm no savant. For now, I can only guarantee a cure for ceremorphosis. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Hopefully, I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her.
Who? Not Wrath?
Wrath has promise, but he's not ready yet. The Grove needs experience and a strong hand. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oak Father's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Very shrewd of you.
Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. Resentment will spring up like mushrooms no matter what I do. You cannot please everyone, and you'd be a fool to try. It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now.
Okay.
Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Precious little, but I'm quite certain it can still be found. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oak Father's creations. Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the Grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand. Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful.
God, he's such a fucking bro. This is amazing.
With such stimulating company? Never better. There are few things that are too strong for me. and cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same. Perhaps. But best to not dwell on nights past. There are plenty more yet to come.
Such depth to the shadows. I don't care what others say about the Underdark. It's beautiful down here.
I'm used to a crypt's gloom. This is something else.
Timask and torch stalks. Hell of a combination. Get confused by one, or blown up by the other.
I like Underdark. I forgot how fucking gentle of a place it is. You're telling me that I tripped a fucking bullet with a 1 damage from a fucking stick with 10 strength. This is amazing. God, he has so many debuffs.
What should I do?
So wait, I healed her for -1, +/-1, because I have negative charisma on Shadowheart right now, and this spell is from Bard's spell list. And she's currently alive, but also dead. I have no idea what's going on. I think I bugged the game.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
You are threatening me. Last person that did that exploded. Holy shit, they got hook horrors.
Seek me. Seek.
Remember hook horrors, they were crazy.
What is the creature?
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker. I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Duergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find duergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Duergar invaders, huh? I'd like to hear their side of the story first, but all right. Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon. most likely held by the poisoner.
Duergar slashed me. Myconids. Took pity on me. Sound lads, especially since the Greys gave him hell for it.
Charitable bunch, these myconids. And he's more so than Korga and her pets.
This is a great one.
Like dwarves, duergar have innate resistance to poison, and thus no need for intricate brews. Though deadly if left untreated, the poison can be cured by the antidote or natural remedies.
Not! Let's get on with it. Pain's fading. Either I'm finally dead or you healed me. Why? No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too.
Clerics,
I thank
man.
you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh,
Yeah, better not.
Coles garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me. Maybe not, but you are. I need you to rescue my kin.
Sure.
We can pay. We're Ironhand Clan, best artificers in Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
We were on an expedition down here when the duergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake. Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual.
The briefest hesitation, but enough. She's lying.
Liar.
Work pays well. Help my clan and we'll make it worth your while. I swear. Fine. It's complicated, but my clan has trouble back in the city. A blood feud. We were searching for something to turn the tide. That's all I can say. But it's worth a lot to us. Understand?
Okay.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight.
Oh shit, a hope.
But let us
I thought
observe
it was
the
like
customs
half orc or
of the
something.
locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Oh shit.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi. Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place.
It's part of its charm.
It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
You know what? I'm gonna tell him.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist.
Okay.
Omeluum!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis.
Oh,
That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
You're weird.
I have broken free from the Elder Brain's yoke. I no longer serve.
Yeah, but most of you
the
just
grand
become
design.
bigger dicks, just
I
solo.
ask that you refrain from violence, while I respect that your opinion of my kind may not change.
Probably won't. You eat people.
A collective quest to eliminate the Gith and enslave all other humanoids.
Oh,
If that settles matters for
sounds
the
like
time
absolute.
being, would you like a diagnosis?
Yes.
Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
I'm done with mind flyers touching me.
As Omeluum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
Oh, great.
I thought it was always agonizing, Omeluum.
Well, yes, but that
Yeah,
wasn't.
instantaneous was the important bit.
No, it appears to be shielded from physical and magical.
Yeah, I expected so.
Moreover, the cranium has undergone severe trauma. It is a miracle the brain functions at all. Extraction would risk much. The larva is not the only creature that has been inside this brain, but at present it is the sole resident.
Okay. Oh god. Wait, the larva is not the only creature that is inside this brain, but at present it's sole resident. What do you mean?
It seems as if someone did not want
Oh,
it.
great.
Unfortunately, beyond the assessment of my own kind, I cannot speculate what has passed through your cerebrum. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Very funny, Tentacle Man. You know what? I'm gonna tell him everything. He seems dope.
A nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion. Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Yes.
Perhaps I should start taking notes.
You probably should, bro.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the
Uh-huh.
I do not intend to shatter its protection.
You want to...
I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava.
This is dope lore dump. I like that. Let's go.
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence.
Okay.
I would require a fresh ton of madness.
I've got Timmusk spores. I grabbed some on the way.
But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timmusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
Gotcha.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric.
Gale should fucking light up with something to say.
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion.
Nature?
I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
Isn't this what I need for a weapon? I remember something about that. I have a quest unfinished at the surface.
My formula will hamper the more harmful effects once the mushrooms are brewed into a potion. Your sanity, however much you possess, should remain intact.
Okay. Let's do it.
May your travels be safe and swift.
One really amazing thing, when he was talking, and he's talking with psionic abilities, his brain was pulsing in the rhythm of the words. It was a really good idea. Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna say. Maybe some god is helping them. Maybe it's Baal. Maybe it's Shar. Maybe it's who the fuck knows.
Extraction would risk much. The lava is not the only creature that has been inside this brain. Your flesh has been burrowed into. Your flesh has been excavated. A tadpole need not tunnel when they greet their host.
Discoveries. The feeling is mute, but I found that so it is with the myconids. Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, trillimac.
There is rare magic in the Underdark too. Fair's rest. It radiates from the earth, warping, teleportation, and divination magic.
I recall something about that. It was in like 6 books of Wars of Spider Queen, I believe it's called in English. That Mind Flayer did mention that there is a sun and something else. That makes me unnerved.
I was born with a propensity for arcane magic.
Oh, I don't remember the name, but there is type of Elithid that
it gave
does
me
magic.
The strength to resist the elder brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected. In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich. Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls. A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company, and thus I now feed from those who act against the society's goals. Perhaps the peoples of the Underdark will be less inclined to violence if they comprehend the cost, yes?
It makes sense. You know, a threat of being punished by getting your brain sucked out is probably a good punishment to keep people in check.
Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
I'm just curious what Dark Urge is going to say.
It shudders, twisted by your brutal honesty. It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Oh, something killed them.
Duergar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the duergar rot. I mean to join you. I am the danger.
I am the danger.
I am the cure. They erased my people. I will erase theirs.
I get it.
First step is the hardest. Open up.
Okay. Giant bird's nest. I wonder what it is. I doubt a fucking rock would live in such a place.
Still
These things
fresh.
drain away one's magic.
Something with massive
Shouldn't
claws
linger
made
here.
this.
Oh wait, something with massive claws? Hook horror? Probably? Possibly? Mushroom is... What? Okay.
My magic is getting drained.
Oh shit, that's a hook horror. Yep. I would recognize these fucking things everywhere. Oh, okay, I thought the tree was doing it. It was the flower.
Looks like an ambush.
Where? Oh, slave hunters, okay. Ambushing, what the fuck does that mean? This makes sense, of course. Ah, okay. That's nice, that's a nice buff. At least I know what the fuck. Also, he's level 7 and has 80 HP, that's twice that we have.
What? Gek! Got someone sneaking up on us!
What's this? God, you move pretty quietly. Noise gets you eaten down here. Reckon I'll hush you.
His fist grips an axe. On his gnarled grey skin, you see the Absolute's brand.
Advantage for Dark Urge. I'm a rabid dirty dog and I bite. Yeah, brother. Trust me.
A purebred dog of war from that snarl. You can walk, but spoil my hunt, and you're dead. Told you, hunting. Slave ran away, took Sergeant Thrin's boots. Gotta kill the slave and fetch back the leather. Or the bosses in Moonrise will have Thrin's hide.
Yeah, I thought so.
Not as alone as we'd like. Slave's got herself some protection. Hiding up there in a myconid circle. Can't get past those rot flowers. They get in your head, make you see things. Half my squad jumped off a cliff, laughing.
That's kind of funny.
I'll wait here. She'll make a run for it eventually. Then I'll get her. Sergeant told me to. Besides, we're talking about a slave. Good. Do well, and there might be a reward for you back at camp. Do really well, and who knows? Maybe the Absolute will have space for you in her ranks. But that comes later. Boots first, then you'll get what's coming to you. Do what you will with the body. I couldn't care less. She's with the rest of our expedition across the lake. Special mission for the Absolute. Deep gnome slave. They all look the same. But this one's got fancy boots.
What path lies before me?
Well, whoever the fuck it is just said my love, my joy, I think, about me attacking Hook Horror, I believe. Wow, he has so much AC that he can hit him. Oh shit, those Hook Horrors didn't aggro at me yet. Ooh, I'm gonna use this. That was fast.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay, so this is a bit of a weapon, probably. Huh.
According to these notes, there's an Adamantine Forge down here.
Right, adamantine is the hardest metal, but it kind of crumbles on surface.
Something's guarding it. Something vulnerable to a hot hammer, whatever that is.
Yeah. I wonder what it is. If it's a forge, it's probably a fucking golem. It's almost always a golem when it comes to forge.
You killed my beloved. Away.
Just for curiosity.
No! No!
Oh Wow, he hypnotized 4 fucking people. That was kind of funny.
Rough tempest I will raise.
Oh shit. Oh, you want to use? Yay! Fuck, it didn't go down.
Papers describe an Adamantine Forge hidden somewhere deep below. Such a forge is a treasure vault where the treasure's for the making.
Seems it's guarded by a protector of some sort. Something weak to this hot hammer.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Chasing mystery, riddle, lie. The Adamantine Forge. Workshop of Great Siloof. Yali. Artifacts beyond price. Location was Durham's task. I learned of the Guardian. Protector of the Adamantine Forge, born from hellish heat, in hellish heat, destroyed.
Let me guess, pour lava on the golem. I've seen this in Guild Wars 2 even.
Friend, enemy, like Zargrim.
Oh, so typical for
We
girls.
seek Adamantine Forge.
Yeah, they dick wave each other.
Only one of us may find.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
What in the bloody hell's is going on?
You did what? But you can't! I've the bloody bite! Larigo's bite! The petrification stopped it spreading! Oh no! 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 Oh God! No! Ah! Help! Ah! I don't want to die! Ah!
I'm cured.
Definitely sound like you are.
The bite. Ladigo's bite. Sickness worse than death. Hag turned me to stone. Stop the spread.
leave my children wonder what they look like now. She'll give you more than you bargained for.
The rock under your feet juts upwards, forming a perfectly engraved tombstone with a small epitaph. In memory of Myrna, a shining light in this dark world, may you forever gaze upon the lake you loved to play in. You realize it was made with stone shape, a powerful spell to waste on a grave. As you dig, you slowly expose the skeletal remains of a large dog wearing a chunky leather collar. Awaits an offering. A candy-sweet scent wafts forth. The Susa bark infuses the weapon from within the flames. The flames sputter away. The sword is complete.
Hey.
Stop! Stop! People bang! These mushrooms! Toxic! Scroll! Escape! My bag, please! I've dropped it somewhere! Thank you! Thank you!
Oh, where's this fucking bag? It's torch. Bag. Do they explode? Oh, I'm fucking dead.
I need that bag!
Oh, here it is. Okay, got it. Got it.
Careful!
Okay, maybe this will work.
My pack, please! Yes! That's it!
Fucking Duergar, man. Let's go.
No! Bang! Bang! No. Bad idea.
Oh wow, you can be such a dick.
Yes! That's it! Oh, tank! If I just... any of fear. God, I can finally breathe. Ah, right. What were you saying? I was looking for Dereth. She'll be worried sick. I must need to go. For you. Your trouble.
Gods, did he get dropped as a child or something? Definitely something happened to him. Oh! Nice. I want that. How do I get that and not die? Wish me luck.